We have people who are not healing themselves. Healing is not just you just going to the gym or watching a couple of videos online about healing and work. It takes a lot of practice. One thing about healing and what it has taught me, it made me become more freer, but it also bind me by chains. It showed me how horrible and wicked human beings are, and I had to learn the hard way. Sometimes it's not the view of people, it is exactly whom they are. We get shocked by reality because we often think human beings should be this way, but when you start to see the truth, which is the bind by chains, see them for exactly who they are, the behavior, the character. Healing is not just you doing the work, it's you embodying and living the life. But I understand that it takes a whole lot from you, your patience, your sacrifice, your endurance, but also you being in that environment. Most people, when they get challenged, all they do is run away because all their life they've surrounded themselves with cowards, people who cannot really call them out on the things they do. So they would rather seek the lower version of themselves because they believe it's working out. When you start to heal, you start to see some things you never saw before. And even though it could be very devastating for you to see, it's heartbreaking as well, but also so good because you are able to see the truth for what it is. The truth is so bitter and not truthful. The truth is not always the truth. Sometimes the truth is very bitter. And when I realized this, I learned the hard way. Just like some people, when they get off the relationship or things didn't work for them, the next thing is you see them start posting on their status and stories, healing is good, starting on my healing journey. You just still hurt because of what you expected didn't work out. Rather for you to able to learn and discern the good and the bad in that situation, you carry hurt from one person to another person without healing. That is why most people haven't really moved forward. They're still stuck in that past version of himself. Most people don't want to heal is because of they enjoy it. The negativity, they lived it all their life and they enjoy it. But when you start to heal and you're able to see that pattern, you understand, oh, so this is what it's all about. Then you can be able to create a way to navigate it and live with it. Healing is not doing, sometimes it's just embodying. And to embody is one of the highest things you can do. Healing will show you how miserable and how useless you've been, even though sometimes you think you've made some right decisions, but you made the wrong ones. It's for you to self-correct yourself. If you can sit down one day, this was said by Dr. Jordan Peterson, and it made so much sense. That's why he's one of my mentors. He said, if you can sit quietly and ask yourself, what are the terrible things I'm doing to ruin and mess up my life? And not for judgment, but to tell yourself the truth that what exactly am I doing? And to be fully aware and remain at that point without running away, then your healing will start. So when I did that, I realized that I was saying some things that was making me weak. I did some things that were making me weak. I allowed some things. But when I start to really focus on these things, I realized that saying what made me weak wasn't just stopping. It's about understanding when to say it, when not to say it. Why would I say it? Even when it comes out of my mouth, when, pay attention. It's not just about, okay, when somebody asks me a question, I wouldn't answer this way, so it will not make me look weak. Sometimes it will come to you when you're not even least expecting, but you should try as much as possible to be more aware when you make a mistake, so you're not going to make that mistake anymore. A lot of people are in this world who are walking broken. They're so broken, but they think they deserve good. they don't. The truth is, some people get off relationships thinking they are the one who are the good person, why they are the problem themselves, because they refuse to see it. And if you cannot see your own problem in what you create, you will live a life of lie. That is why when two people break up, the most innocent one, the one who is doing well, would often move well because they were open and free and they brought in their best, and the other person would remain in the same shit that they are. I know someone, rather for them to heal, all they do is they go around from one place to another, sleeping with multiple people and telling the same stories, rather than saying, wow, I'm really doing these things to mess up my life. How do I make it better? But instead, they are just saying the same script over and over and over and over again to different people. And the truth is, they're going to end up miserable at the very end, even though I still feel pity and sorry for them. Healing goes beyond just working on yourself. Healing is accepting the mistakes and wrong that you did and really trying your best to put in the effort and become a better version of yourself, even though it will bring a new version of you that you do not understand. Where you yell, you become quiet. Where you fight, you do not fight. Where you're supposed to stand up and start yelling to protect yourself, you accept it. Where you make mistakes, you say sorry, not just always trying to prove a point. Most people are walking in this world not healed. All they do is they're looking for people whom they would break more, because of they are nothing but useless and have nothing to offer to the world. If you're someone who is not healing, I'll tell you the truth. As long as you are not trying to heal yourself or become better, you will often become that lower version of yourself. The people whom are a little bit better than you, at the very end, will live a beautiful life, but someone who is not healed will live a broken life. That is why in the last day of a deathbed of a healed person, they would accept all they did and be contented with the way they live their life. But an unhealed person they have not really lived their life they want to. They're just living for validation and trying to prove to the society on what they want to show. Don't live your life for anybody. Live your life for yourself. Sometimes that is just all you need. Don't forget, I love you.